Hi everybody, Sutapa Bose here. I'm back with a new video on a new topic. Now this pandemic has been going on for really long now. All of us are forced to quarantine ourselves. But to the parents of the children on the spectrum, I would request please follow a quarantine routine for your children. Follow a lockdown routine for your children. Otherwise, these children are going to find it really tough to adjust themselves when school, activity classes, the therapy classes, everything starts at one go. And make a real schedule which you can really stick to. Do not make an over ambitious schedule which you won't be able to follow after 1 week. And through the routine, the children will be able to maintain their sitting habit, their learning habit, their attention span will be maintained. And so overall the lockdown schedule is going to be extremely beneficial for these children. Now coming to the video, today's topic is matching and sorting. Now again, this is a request based topic, but and there has been actually a lot of suggestive topics which I have received, but I have particularly chosen this topic because I have seen that parents attach least importance to this topic, and even sometimes parents have come to me and told me that इसको मैचिंग आ गया है, he knows matching, she knows matching हम लोग घर पे करा देंगे, you do something else in the classroom activities. So for them I would request to please understand the importance of matching. In fact, matching and sorting, these are the first things that are taught in the special education classes. These are the prerequisites for other kind of learning. And also I will tell you that matching and sorting are not just matching a few flashcards on the tabletop and it's done. It's not that. Matching and sorting, and I would say it's an umbrella term, and under it there are several layers, several categories, several things come together under this topic, matching and sorting. So in this video I will discuss about, since matching is a self-explanatory term, you know what matching is. I will discuss about the importance of matching, what is sorting, the importance of sorting in special education, and also number 4 I will discuss about the matching and sorting activities which you can do at home, also in classroom environment. Now coming to the importance, I have actually made a few points which you can note from here. Number 1, in-seat behavior. Number 2, instruction taking. Number 3, attention. Number 4, recognition. Number 5, concepts. Number 6 would be language ability. Number 7, visual memory. Number 8, visual discrimination. And number 9, the independent performance of tasks of the children. So now I will discuss about the in-seat behavior. Like you can see, the first challenge that a special educator faces when a child comes to the special education class after getting diagnosed with some kind of developmental disorder is the least sitting tolerance that these children have. So the matching builds the in-seat behavior of the children, and also at the same time develops them. So which is the first and foremost thing that a child should have. Now secondly is the child starts, through matching activities, the child starts to take instruction from the facilitator and learns to perform tasks on his own. Number 3 is the attention level. The attention level starts to improve through matching activities, because the children starts to look at the cards on the tabletop, whatever is being done on the table, and in the process the attention level improves. Now recognition starts. Next I would say the concepts develop. Various concepts like shapes, colors, numbers or objects, various other objects, all these concepts develop through matching activities. Now next is the language ability improves. Now many people don't know that through matching activities we can even improve the language, the verbal ability of the children with on the spectrum. Now next is visual memory improves. The child learns to memorize visually things and then perform it. And number 8 is visual discrimination starts, which is the child starts to discriminate between various things. And lastly I would say the independent sitting and also performing a particular task and finishing it can come through the matching activities in the classroom and in the home environment as well. So this is all about the matching, but there are also other importances of matching, like if your child doesn't have the concept of matching, if you want to teach him something, some life skill, the child won't be able to follow it, because he won't be able to match his pair of socks, or he won't be able to match his upper and lower garments. So there are various other importance which can be developed through developing the matching activities or matching behavior in a child. So now I would discuss about sorting. What is sorting? Sorting is basically the grouping or categorizing things under specified categories. So this is basically sorting. And coming to the importance of sorting, again I will show you the points. Sorting, number one is the most important is the logical thinking develops in sorting. When the child is able to sort, his or her logical thinking improves a lot. Number two, again eye-hand coordination develops, because the child has to see and perform his task and at the same time listen to the facilitator. Number three, the concept of similarities and differences also starts. These things are similar, these things are different. So that concept, that important concept also develops through sorting. Lastly, again the sitting span, the attention span, and as well as the performing ability and instruction taking ability, all this improves through matching activities. So you can see that the huge amount of importance which can be attached to matching and sorting activities in special education. Now coming to the after discussing the importance, now I'll show you how to do some matching activities with your child at home. Now I will start with, in matching actually we follow a bit of hierarchy. I in my class start with 2D to 2D matching. Now what is 2D to 2D? 2D is two-dimensional. In simple language we say picture to picture matching. I start in some classes like applied behavior analysis, ABA classes, they start with 3D to 3D, which is three-dimensional to three-dimensional, which means the real object to real object. But in my classes I have seen the children performs better when I start with picture to picture matching. Now in picture to picture matching there are several other categories, like in identical picture matching. I start with identical picture matching, which you can make, since our children are visual learners, you can start with flashcards, which are most effective as well as beneficial. Now in identical picture matching, what happens is we take identical pictures, cup, the child will match. Now I have taken this hand sanitizer picture because these are very relevant things these days, and you can use this because the child will then be better relating when you ask them to use it in the natural environment. So match, same, these are all objects, same, similar, identical looking objects, match, houses, then cat, all common things. This identical looking pictures. In identical matching also you can take numbers or flashcards or color cards for that matter. I will show you a bit of color cards also. Like you can use shapes, shape matching, same, circle, circle. Similarly you can ask the child to match color cards like green color or green color. If the child is not being able to understand the names of the words or pictures, then you can just say, your instruction should be match, same. You keep the green card here, the child will have 2-3 cards here, the child will find out the green card and match. And similarly here again you can do this number card matching also, like match. Now if the child is being able to understand the names, like 1, 2, you can say that, or otherwise you can make the child visually match things on the tabletop. Again, like I said in my earlier videos, firstly you will start on the tabletop at an area of 3, then increase it to 5, then increase it to 8. It's done on the tabletop. Then we will transfer it to worksheets. Now how to do in the worksheets? This is again simple, like I told you in my other videos. In the worksheet also you can do 3, 5, 8, some kinds of thing. These are identical number matching, like 1, 1, 8, 8, like this. Similarly, this is number matching. Similarly, you can do shape matching. This is shape matching. This is identical object matching, like kite, kite, fish, fish, flower, flower. Like this, you can make them match. Now if the child can understand, again here also you can follow, this is also this I can show you, like color matching, same colors, if he or she can able to match. Now again I will say to the parents that sometimes it might take a little longer to match on the worksheets, but it doesn't mean that the child is not learning matching. The child has learned it on the tabletop. Maybe the child has some kind of fine motor issues. He or she is not being able to hold the pencil or the crayon properly, so he or she is not doing. So it might take a little longer, but don't worry, I have seen usually it comes immediately after. You can then work on the fine motor application of your children, then the child will start doing. Now after identical matching, what we do is, in our classes we do unidentical matching. Now what is unidentical matching? Again, this is also picture matching, flashcard to flashcard, but here the picture looks different. Like this is also a cup, this is also a cup, but they look different. But child should understand that these two both are cups. I need to match cup with cup. Next, apple. Both of these are apples, but they look completely different. This is green, this is red apple. The child should know both are apples. So when they learn unidentical matching, they are able to match unidentical things also. Like this, similar things you can find out, like these two different looking trees, then these two different looking. So child should know these two are similar objects, but they look different. Only the look is different, and the child knows how to. Similarly, again, once you finish with the unidentical matching of flashcards, you again go to the unidentical matching of on the worksheets. Like this one, I'll show you. This is unidentical matching. Again, here these two are houses. They look different, but actually they both are houses. So the child needs to match this. Again, these two are flowers, two different looking flowers. So the child needs to understand and match these two. Again, these two are cups, but they look different. The child needs to understand that these two are unidentical cups, and he or she needs to match it. Now after again here also in unidentical, you start with 3, increase it to 5, then to 8, and you can understand that the child has already learned. Now after identical and unidentical picture matching with flashcards, what we do is I move on to the 2D to 3D matching, which is 2D again 2-dimensional, which is picture cards, and 3D is 3-dimensional, which are real objects. Now I'll show you how to do it. Like I have taken pencil, key, spoon, face mask. Now I am using all these things because these are very relevant things these days, and child will relate very soon. And obviously whatever objects or whatever pictures you choose, it should be, the child should be seeing it in his or her environment every day. It should be daily use objects. Now like this is a spoon, and this is the real spoon. The child needs to understand this is a picture of the spoon and this is actual spoon. So once you keep the card and you ask to match, you give the spoon to the child, your instruction will be match. The child needs to match spoon with this. Real spoon, picture spoon. Similarly, pencil. Real pencil, picture pencil. The child needs to understand and learn that these two are similar thing. This is a real object and this is a picture of this object. Similarly, like keys, which these things you get to see every day. Keys. And so the child will be able to, like mask, I have taken face mask, picture and the real face mask. So all these things are picture to object matching, which is extremely beneficial for these children, because they can relate to the object as well as the same thing in the picture. They can identify the real objects as well as those objects in the picture. When they see it somewhere else, they will be able to understand, oh, this is the pencil or the spoon or the, and once they learn through the environmental process, I mean in the regular environment, you can also move on to generalizing them. So that is the second part of it. Now coming to sorting activities, I have seen like In sorting activities, I have seen again analytical. You have to move to the sheet worksheets and then make them do there. Now coming to sorting activities, usually children love doing sorting activities because for them sometimes I have seen they think that this is sort of play activity, and they are usually children are very interested in sorting activities, so you can do them easily in your home environment. What I prefer doing is I ask the parents to when they are doing it in the home environment, I ask the parents to do it in like vegetables or fruits, whatever the children can see in their daily environment every day, and children find it very interesting, and they do it and they love to do it on their own. Now there are lots of vegetables. You can mix other vegetables also if the child can sort more than I have taken 4. If the child can sort more than 4, like lemon, potato, tomato, onion, everything. If the child doesn't know the names, if he knows the name, you can say that keep the potato on the yellow basket, keep the onion here, keep if you have other baskets, tomato here and the lemon here, like this. If the child cannot do it by name, he or she can do it visually sort कर सकते हैं बच्चे. जैसे कि यहाँ पे I have kept potato here and tomato here. Everything is mixed here. The child will pick. If you give the child tomato, the child will look where the tomato is and the child will sort like this. The child will see where the lemon is and keep it here. And child will see where the potato is. If you give him potato, he or she will keep it here. So like this they enjoy. Actually, I have seen them enjoying sorting activities, especially with home materials, home environmental materials. You can do it with fork and spoon. Of course, with sharp objects, if you are making the child do sorting, that should be supervisioned properly. That should be. And similarly, like this is a sorting box. Similarly, you can take a few things. Now I have kept one number here, one color here, and one shape here. Color, shape, and number. So, and here everything is mixed. If you give the child this one, the child needs to know I have to keep it in the color box. So he will keep it here. Now this is a number. So when you give the child this number card, the child will know that he or she needs to put it in the number box. Similarly, if you do it in the like this is a shape. This is a shape card, triangle shape. The child will find out where the shape box is. He or she will put it here. So similarly, like this is a fruit. Similarly, you can keep other objects also. If the child can able to sort out fruits, he will keep all these fruit cards on the fruit box. So like this, he or she can continue doing sorting. This is a sorter box, but you can also make them do in the baskets or whatever plates, whatever is available at home environment. Don't go and buy proper sorting box or something like this. So this is kind of sorting. If the child doesn't know how to, if the child knows them by name, you can put the triangle in this basket or put the fruit in this basket. If the child doesn't know the names, you can just keep one example, one category each in each box, and so that they can at least visually sort it. They can visually sorting, so at least you know that sorting activity has been achieved by the child. So this is all about matching and sorting, the basic guideline. Now please follow it at home, because all these things are going to be extremely beneficial for your children, especially now that this lockdown period is going extended for very long now. Please keep your children busy, meaningfully busy with all these activities. And thank you for your overwhelming love and response to my earlier videos. Thank you so much, and let me know. I'll wait for your feedback. Thank you.